In this video I'm going to do a review of the Shokz, formerly known as AfterShokz, OpenRun headphones. And just to let you know, so the company AfterShokz changed their name to Shokz. They also upgraded their Aeropex headphones to the OpenRuns. It's all a bit confusing, so I hope it makes sense. So I've been using these for 3 months now, and I've done about 250 kilometers of running and hiking in them. And in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of the headphones, tell you what I like about them, and also what I'm not so keen on. I bought the Aeropex back in October 2021, and this model has since been upgraded to the OpenRun. And the difference is that the OpenRun has a fast charge function, which I'll explain later. The thing that makes these headphones different from other ones is that these are bone conducting headphones. And this means that they're worn on the outside of the ear, and the music or the thing that you're listening to is vibrated through the bone of your head rather than going straight in your ear. I know that sounds weird and also a little bit scary. I was scared before getting these, but I'm hoping that this video will explain a little bit more. In the box you get the headphones, a charging cable and a carry case. The headphones hook around the ear, the band goes around the back of the head, and it's one size fits all. It doesn't change size. I have quite a small head and tend to wear the band so it sits higher and close to my head, but most others I see wear it like this. They're really lightweight, weighing 26 grams, and are IP67 waterproof, but they can't be used for swimming. They're the kind of waterproof where you can wear them in the rain or when you're sweating. They've got an 8-hour battery life and a fast charge function, which means charging them for 10 minutes gives an hour and a half of battery time. And I've put both of these things to the test, which I'll show you later on in the video. On the right is a charging point, which uses a proprietary charging cable. It's a bit of a shame that they can't be charged using a USB-C, just because most other devices use that, but I suspect it's got something to do with the moisture warning system for when the charging connector is wet from rain or sweat. And here's that function in action. Under the charge point is the volume up and volume down buttons, with the up volume acting as the power and pairing button. And when the headphones are turned on, it tells you the battery level, high, medium or low, which I find really useful. Round on the left, on the bud, is the multifunction button, and this plays, pauses, skips tracks and does voice activation stuff that you've got on your phone. The headphones cost $129.95 and they come in black, grey, blue and red. And I only just found out that the company's been making this style of headphones since 2011, and I had no idea. That's the tour done. Let's look at the good things about these headphones. With the headphones being worn on the outside of the ear, it means that I can hear stuff around me, and the best example that I can give is hearing traffic. There's a small part of my trail run, about 100 metres, and it's on a narrow, windy country road. And I usually get really nervous about running along that bit with my headphones in because I can't hear the cars approaching. But with these, I don't have to stop the music or take them out. It's so great as well. I can hear all of the nature, the birds, the rustling, and I'm just listening to some awesome music. Outside of sport, I can see these working really well in an office environment where you want to hear what's going on, or a parent at home listening to a podcast or audiobook, but still being able to hear your children. Because of the safety aspect of these headphones and being able to hear what's going on around you, these are the only headphones that are approved by England Athletics, and that means that they can be worn for road races, which is really cool. The sound quality could be debatable depending on what you wear already. For me, the quality of these is really good. There's no vibration coming in through my face. I can hear the treble, I can hear the bass, but I would expect that compared to a professional pair of headphones, then these aren't going to be as good. But the fact that I can wear them running, they're lightweight and I can hear what's going on around me, I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of sound quality for that. But saying that, like, they're great. I can hear everything just as I would do if I was wearing in-earphones. Are you joking? It's like I've got actual headphones in, but there's nothing in my ear. The quality of the music is insane. I thought that by wearing them there, it would sound like you were listening to music in another room. Unbelievable. Phone calls are good on them as well, although I do have to turn the volume up a fair bit, but my mates tell me that they can hear me well. When first seeing these, I was surprised how small and lightweight they were, and they're so comfortable I can wear them for hours without any irritation. They're just there, staying in place, doing their thing, and I don't get that claustrophobic feeling. I did a test with these pretending to have a sleep, and they were reasonably comfortable, and they're good for wearing with glasses, a hat and a face covering. They work well with a cycle helmet as well, and I can wear my glasses, and it all just feels really good. Plus, they don't need cleaning like in-ear phones, if you catch my drift. The box says that these have an 8-hour battery life, so I put it to the test. I started with a full battery, and then I used them continuously, non-stop, until the battery ran out. I was listening to music all day, I was making phone calls, and the battery lasted they've been on for 13 hours and 43 minutes. That's over 5 hours longer than they were meant to last. And so at that stage, the battery was totally empty. So I decided to try the fast charge function. So I charged them for exactly 10 minutes. And then I wore them again, like I did before, continuously. It was meant to last for an hour and a half, and it lasted for 3 hours and 5 minutes, all from a 10-minute charge. So those were all the good things. Now let's look at the not so good things. It feels like an obvious thing to say, but these aren't going to be ideal if you want to block out the sound that's going on around you. For example, when I'm on a train or a plane, then I just like to block out all the noise that's going on around me. And that's when I'll use my in-ear phones. So it's likely that owning something like this is going to be in addition to in-ear phones as well. I was wearing these at the kitchen table the other day, and my mum told me to turn my music down, but when I looked at the volume, I was only at about 30 or 40%. So my mum could hear quite a lot of my music. So maybe these wouldn't be ideal in certain situations. I find the volume buttons a bit fiddly just because they're really small and close together, and that can make them tricky to distinguish when running, especially in the winter when I'm wearing gloves. To have those buttons a bit bigger and maybe a small separation between the two, it'll just help make them more distinguishable. And then there's the multifunction button, and the multifunction button's great. You press it once and it plays and pauses the music. You press it twice and it skips forward a track, and then when you press it 3 times it's meant to skip back a track, but every time I do it, it then skips forward a track and then it pauses the music. Maybe it's not a product error, maybe it's a user error. Having a specific cable to charge these, proprietary, is a bit of a nuisance, but then again, the moisture safety system, or whatever it's called, that is quite useful. A replacement cable you can get on Amazon for $9.99. And before I do a conclusion, there are some neutral points that I wanted to include in this video as well. So I've got tinnitus in both ears, and that means that I can hear ringing in my ears in quiet environments. And so my thoughts were that these might be better off. I don't know if there's any science behind it, but because the music isn't going directly into my ear, then it might be a bit safer. Maybe, I don't know, but either way it just makes me feel a little bit better about things. I've also read that these headphones might be suitable for people with hearing aids, and I'm unable to talk for myself, but I did find this online. It's from someone that wears an ITC hearing aid, and they said, for me, I'm finding these bone conduction headphones a life-changing experience. Somehow the vibration of the music going through the bone rather than in the ear is making a big difference. So my conclusion on these is they are my favourite headphones by far, and I'm even going to go as far to say they're a game changer. I don't even like that phrase, but I say it just because I wear them for most of my activities, and I really like the fact that I can hear everything that's going on around me, the traffic, the nature noises, and it's just brought a whole new experience to my running. They are perfect for sport and for any situations where you want or need to listen to your external environment, and they're fantastic for people who don't like things in their ears. Did that sound weird? I hope you found this video useful if you're thinking about buying these, and if you've got any questions about them, or if you wear them yourself and you want to share your experience, then I'd love to hear from you in the comments box. Keep up to date with my latest videos by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.